What's good, boys and girls? Time for another ranking. Okay, stupid ass intro out the way. I'm gonna be ranking all of the Everdark bosses in Night Rain. Now, right now, Night Rain is kind of falling off with me. Still really fun game, and I like the impact it had on me. What, like 500 hours I have it registered in it. Good shit, you know what I'm saying? Um, but honestly, let me just get something out the way. This is probably a hot take, and I already talked about it in a different video, and I'll just mention it again. The bosses in this game, Night Rain, as a group, they're pretty fucking mid, right? At all of them, Everdarks and regulars, right? The boss that I should be looking forward to fight, or hell, not looking forward to in a good way, I end up not looking forward to in a bad way. And it's a shame because I have to go through 40 minutes of fun game and then I have to fight that bullshit, right? But let me say this. In this video, I'm going to be ranking the Everdark bosses in Night Rain. And here comes the hot take. I already know, Souls fans, they love to cry and bitch and fucking complain about this, complain about that. Like, gang, I was playing Elden Ring today and I was like using a Duchess build. I had like the Glintstone Chris in one hand and like a staff with Slicer and Shattering Crystal on the other. Like, I'll just be bullshit. And, I already know some fucking no life retards are gonna be like, oh well, um, you can't really do that. Cause it's like, shut up. Shut the like please. Anyway, I don't wanna hear y'all's excuses. I'm just gonna say this. These games, ambiguous as fuck, especially this one. Everybody has their own way of playing. Everybody has their own way of ranking the characters. Everybody has their own way of grouping them into this and playing them, and just their own meta and strategy is just universal to them, right? And most of their takes. Here's my little take that is very ambiguous and not popular at all within the community. These Everdark bosses kind of fucking suck, gang. Like, as a group, altogether, I would grade all this shit a D. I hope that From Software, I don't even know why they exist, to be honest with you. I don't know why From Software saw these bosses that are already really fucking challenging. Like, bitch, before even Deep of Night came out, right? There are a lot of attacks from the regular bosses that will just fucking just absolutely decimate you, right? If you're not careful. And they were like, let's have that boss that's really fucking hard, especially with teams, because now you have to rely on teammates to res you and all that other shit. Let's make it like that, but let's have them not fight him again and again. This is a roguelike game. We'll have them fight it after every 40-minute expedition. And then let's add a version, an enhanced, harder version that nobody fucking asked for. Gang, who the fuck saw the bosses in Night Rain and they're like, they need to be harder. They need to be more challenging. And then they created Everdark versions for bosses. And they were like, let's give them more bullshit attacks, more cataclysmic, world-ending looking attacks, right? That are just too much. Like, you put too much water in the pot and it's boiling over. Like, and then guess what? We already have these bullshit bosses now. Let's add a game mode that just makes everything hard. Everything harder. You find more unique weapons. You can have more fun building. You can have more fun picking up weapons. Be like, don't pick up this, don't pick up that. Players can strategize on what they want to do, and they'll do more damage. And we'll give them 3 extra relic slots. But we'll make everything and anything one-shot you. Bitch, I gotten one-shotted. You know how some enemies have crossbows, like knights and shit, exiles. I've got, bitch, I was level 7 and I was using like Wilder or Duchess, and I got my shit. I literally, King Von rolled up on my ass and fucking literally, I blinked and I died. Because, yeah, the community asked for that. They did not ask for a better relic system. They did not ask for more characters, more bosses. They asked for a harder game. So we're going to give it to them. So that's my little rant, for about the difficulty of the game. I think it's unnecessary as fuck. Like, dying in that game, dying in Night Rain, it's like getting shot in the face, especially if it's the end of day and the zone is closing in, and you left your runes up in the storm, and it's day 2, so running and going to get them is more risky than not. But that's the point, right? Souls games are like that. This isn't a Souls game, but I'm just saying. From Software games are like that. It is what it is. The game is still really fun, but that's my little rant out the way. So yeah, they shouldn't. These bosses should not even exist, and the fact that they do is scary because they got like some other game coming out on the Switch, and it's like, I really hope they did not take inspiration from this. I don't even think Miyazaki worked on this shit. I think it was just like everybody in From Software but Miyazaki. So yeah. So here is, I'm gonna start from the bottom, worst to best, and at the bottom we have Everdark Libra. Now listen, this boss, like, it should be a fucking sentence. Like, you commit a crime, and your sentence is to fight this boss 100 times every single day. This boss is so fucking terrible. It should be fucking illegal. The creators of this boss should be thrown in jail from how fucking bad it is. This is, Everdark Libra is by far the worst boss I think I've ever fought in any video game, period. It's one of the worst, if not the worst. It's definitely the worst I can name right now. If there was worse ones, I would tell you. I've played Black Myth Wukong. I had some early videos, right? Me playing Wukong. And, you know what I'm saying? There were a lot of shitty bosses in that game, but oh my fucking god. This shit is absolute cancer, right? And I pray and I wish all the best to the people that like are playing Deep of Night right now and have to fight this stupid bitch solo or even in teams. It doesn't matter. It's miserable both. Either way. Let me get into the pros. What's a pro? Nothing, bitch. There is no pros. Now let me get into the cons. Right. Let me get into the cons. First of all, Deep of Night, I'm in depth 5. Yay! We made bosses that are already hard as fuck have quintuple digit health. We made bosses that were okay when they came out, like, perfectly balanced, like, felt balanced enough. Some people hated it, but I was okay with it. And they were like, let's give it 70,000 health. Weapons do more damage, but the trade-off is that you get fucking one-shotted. Oh, stack up on damage negation. Bitch, I'd rather fucking have a bidet in my asshole than fucking look around stacking up on damage negation. I stack up on damage. That's how I play Deep of Night. I need some water. That's how I play Deep of Night, man. I stack up on damage. I've seen this one person that I'm like, how the fuck does he play this shit all the time? He looks for damage negation. First of all, there's many different types of damage negation. Honestly, Night Rain would have been better if damage negation, it was just one thing. It was just one, like, improved damage negation on everything. It could be low percents, like 5 and 10, but just all damage negation. Kind of like the Opaline hard tier in Elden Ring. You know how it gives you damage negation on everything? In this game, the damage negation, here's how it works. They have stuff, relics and stuff like that, but it's for a specific element. Why the fuck do my eyes look? I might be tripping, but my eyes look fucking like my eyes like up here. My eyes look fucking. I think I'm just tripping. Anyway, here's how damage negation. That's how it works, right? Damage negation works like that, where it's like a specific type of element, holy, magic, fire, etc., and physical, right? If you stack up on physical, right, which is probably the best one because most enemies do physical, but a lot of enemies don't, and the ones that don't, you're gonna get your fucking ass bent over, and you're gonna have a pole shoved up your ass if, like, you're not careful. And it's really hard to be careful because wait until you see this bitch's attacks. So boom, starts off as regular Libra, which is fucking miserable in Deep of Night. Fucking this bitch could sneeze on you and you die, but whatever. And then he goes Everdark mode. He has some fucking cringe ass explosion, right? And he summons 3 NPCs. Yay! Awesome, right? Honestly, the NPCs are not even that bad. Especially if you're recluse and you're spamming like Night Comment and they don't dodge that shit, you're like, you're good. But like, Lord forbid any one of those NPCs is like an Iron Eye, because bitch, they finna snipe your ass without you even looking, right? But yeah. Um, yeah, he summons 3 NPCs, and as if it's not hard enough fighting 3 NPCs, either solo or with your team, one-shotting you, right? He helps them. He shoots projectiles at you and shit. He like does this gay ass teleporting attack where like he spawns directly above you and it's like it does damage. A lot of it too. And madness build up. Right? Um this bit he robs flasks. He takes away your flasks. He takes away your health. He takes away your damage in general. Why? Because he's taking away your levels. Mind you, I don't think you get that shit back. It's gone. So now they're just making it flat out unfair, right? So boom, you're fighting NPCs. The fight is unfair as fuck. And then he does this one attack that I fucking hate, right? Where he makes like these 3 walls or like 4 walls like this. Where one wall, it's him and one NPC. And you're trying to focus on the NPC because the motherfucker will just sneak up on you and stab you in the ass. So you focus on the NPC so you can then focus Libra, and Libra is helping out the NPC. For people that fought Libra, you know that his projectile attacks, when you're not looking directly at him, they're pretty fucking hard to dodge. That might just be, I might be just be tripping, but you know, yeah, like they're really fucking hard to dodge. And then you just do that for a while. Same old shit. I mean, he can do some cool shit where like he can like demon incites a riot, and like that he summons 6 NPCs, but then they start fighting each other. Like Libra starts fighting the NPCs. It's funny, but I rather just I rather just have regular Libra. Like, bro, Everdark bosses should not exist. I'm gonna move on because I've already spent almost 15 minutes ranting about the difficulty in the game and just talking about probably the worst boss I've ever fought in my entire life. I feel like that guy who's like reviewing Scream 7. He's like, I'd rather jack off with sandpaper. I'd rather marathon Madam Web and Craven the Hunter. I feel like that. But coming up, these shits are not great. Just at all. Next up on the list, Everdark Maris, Augur, whatever you want to call it. Yay, they added pros. They added Stormruler back. Cons. Yes, that's it. That's all for the pros. Cons. It's still Maris. It's still Augur. It's still, you know, this big ass wet jellyfish that fucking moves around all over the fucking place. AoE, bitch, it went from just like AoEs and sleep bombs to AoEs, lots more of them. Fucking tsunami waves and laser beams, like that shit is fucking terrible. And on top of that, like all that you worked for in the expedition thrown out the window. Basically, if your character has a lot of health, basically like Wilder or something, where like you can move quickly, you need to be fine. But yeah, just hell. I think when I was using Duchess and like I'd hit Maris right with the Storm Ruler attack, the big one, and I hit the skill, it would not work. That's a con, right? Here's another con. Um, I don't know what it is. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've never seen that boss get stance broken either. I really wish it was gonna be like Yorm the Giant, where the bitch would get stance broken, but the motherfucker does not get stance broken. He doesn't do it. I'm gonna move on. Next boss. Next Everdark boss on the list, number 6, Everdark Balancers. Do I like it more than regular Balancers? Yes. Is it still fun for me? Hell the fuck no, bitch. You know, oh, you guys don't know the hell I went through. Cause thank God. Oh, and also another thing about Libra, both regular Libra and Everdark Libra, they drop probably the worst relic in the fucking game. It's terrible, right? Balancers though, both of them. Balancers is my least favorite boss that's not Everdark. Like, that's my least favorite regular boss. Because it's a gang fight. I'm fighting one of these hoes, and some other hoe jabs me in the ass. Yeah! Classic From Software gank fights. So fun, right? Yeah, Balancers, right? Has some of that, so I already don't like it. Everdark Balancers has some of that, so I already don't like it. The worm phase of Everdark Balancers is a fucking mess. Hire me to fix it. I'd keep all the attacks and damage and health the same. Just let me fix it. Sometimes this worm would spawn directly next to you. Sometimes it would like slither around directly on top of your fucking asshole, and you would take hella damage. It would hit attacks meant I'm fighting it solo, and it would hit attacks meant for it to be far away from me, directly up in my face. And that's just bad programming. That's not even dodgeable. That's not even close to being dodgeable. The fucking attack where like it rains javelins out the air. It hit that attack right like the worm is right here. I was using Iron Eye, playing like a bitch, running away, shooting with the bow, and all that shit. And then it repeats the cycle. You fight that bullshit ass worm like 3 times, maybe more if you're playing teams. But yeah. And I guess the pros is that it drops probably the best relic in the entire game. Next, Everdark Gladius. I already don't love Gladius. The fucking phase where like he splits into 3 is awful in solo, and it's even worse in fucking teams. Like, gang, like I be having all 3 wolves aggro to me when my teammates are jabbing them up the ass and they're just ignoring it. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, a lot of explosions, a lot of bullshit ass attacks, a lot of unnecessary ass light shows, and all for it to drop a mid ass relic. Next, like, this is the trend. Like, I have nothing else to say, but these shits are fucking trash. Like, only up at like at 3 we actually start getting into good territory, right? And those are all C, by the way, except for the number 1 option. But yeah. Next is Everdark Caligo, whatever you want to call it. Pros. It drops an alright relic. Cons. Um, I want to slap whoever the fuck thought it was fun and cool for this fucking bitch dragon to constantly run away from me. Bitch, you know how fast you run in Night Rain? You could tell it's a problem if you know how fast you run in Night Rain, if it's still like the running away thing is still a problem despite how fast you run. Bitch, you run faster than Torrent can run. And you're still getting left behind. Yeah, man, it's just bullshit, getting frost build up just by standing in the area, in the arena, and just this fucking bitch that moves around here, moves around there, and all that other bullshit. Just no. At first, I did not really like Everdark Caligo because this was like, I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, man, I just don't like it. I don't. Like, useless. No reason of existing. Next, number 3, Everdark Full Gore. He has a very cool moveset. And, very cool moveset. He's the Everdarked, one of my favorite bosses in the game, and they gave it more bullshit attacks. Don't even get me started on the fucking death combo. He has like a twin blade. He's like, waching, 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 waching. Bitch, how the fuck you dodge that shit? How? But like, you're not Duchess. How the fuck you dodge that shit? Oh, learn, game. Easier said than done with bosses that you can only fight once every 40 minutes. But I mean, the attack where he jumps into the air with his bow is really cool. But yeah, whatever. Next, Everdark Noster, Sentient Pest. I think the addition of a brand new bug is interesting, and I like that this bug possesses one of the other bugs. When it possesses the big, oh yeah, also the bugs have a name. I think the scorpion guy, his name is like Forest or something, and then the moth is named Noster, right? And the big red moth, which is the Everdark version, is called Aminus. And Aminus be possessing. I need Aminus to always possess the scorpion, Forest, because the moveset is not that hard. He like stomps and there's like an extra AoE. And then he does like this big combo where he slams his feet everywhere. Pretty easy to dodge, good to go. They drop a okay relic, and I don't like the fucking laser beam shower it does. That attack is fucking gay as shit. But sometimes it doesn't even happen because the boss is not that bad. And yeah, also the moth rarely be interfering. I think it's because I'm playing a lot of teams. Anyway, at number 1, the first Everdark boss ever released, Everdark Adele. And I like him the most. First of all, his relic is great in solo. But I like him the most because he's the most similar to his regular self. Like, gang, the problem with Adele running away all the time, not the singer, the boss. The problem with him running away has been fixed because now you're fighting him in a cool ass tornado, right? Attacks fairly similar. Some people say that sucks. I think that's okay because anything that's not extra, over the top, bullshit, unnecessary is by all means great for these bosses. So yeah, Everdark Adele is just my favorite Everdark boss as of right now. And yeah, it's just like, why the fuck do these things exist? In total, this shit is a fat ass, like, this shit is like a C minus. Like, this shit's like a D plus in boss ranking, like, as a group. Like, I don't know why they exist. I don't know who the fuck thought that people think this game is easy. Or like think that it's too easy. Not that the game is easy. People think Dark Souls 3 is easy. Fair enough. People think Elden Ring is easy. Fair enough. But too easy. They're like, oh no, we gotta make it harder. We add bosses like this, and then add Deep of Night. It's like, bitch, what? But anyway, that's it. I'll catch you guys later. My next video, I'm gonna rank, well, re-rank, I guess you could say, all of the main bosses in Night Rain. Stick around for that, and I'll catch you guys later.